All right, you guys, so Battlefield 2042 has got some interesting news we got to jump into. This is in regards to updates and changes that will be coming to the game within the next 2 updates. We're also going to talk about one of the biggest changes that could be made to Battlefield 2042 that could easily change the game for the better. Hey, what's up, everyone? Wes here. Welcome back to another Battlefield 2042 news video. And to get started, we're going to go ahead and jump into all of the news for the day. So starting things off with our first bit of news, we've got a big update coming to Player Collision that you guys do not want to miss out on. And this is according to a user on Twitter who actually tagged Drunksy with this. They said, and I quote, "Could you take a look at the player collision, please? Nothing major, but really annoying when you're bunched up and getting pushed out of the open. But apart from that, the latest patch is great." To which Drunksy responded, "Yes, we're fixing that in an upcoming update. If you guys have ever played Breakthrough, then you guys know player collision is the worst part of that game mode. So that fix right there will be a positive update that I cannot wait for." Moving on to our next piece of news, and this is also coming from Drunksy and a Twitter user, and it's in regards to dead bodies and teammates blocking bullets. The user on Twitter said, "Hello, are dead bodies and teammates supposed to block our bullets? Great work on the game. It's actually enjoyable now. Optimization still needs a bit of work though." Florin responded to the post with this, "It's not. We will be fixing that. Thanks for the report. I've had this issue happen countless of times whenever I'm thinking I'm shooting a player, but it ends up being his dead teammate. Couple that with the fact that they're laying down inside the teammate's body and just completely bullet sponging all of my shots. It is super annoying. Couple that with the fact that there's 63 other players and teammates that could potentially block my bullets is not a very fun experience. So I'm definitely looking forward to this update being released." So moving right along, we've got another update that could potentially be releasing for Battlefield 2042, and that is regarding the plus system. A user on Twitter tagged Drunksy with a feature request that said this: "Toggle/hold option for plus menu, please. Holding the D-pad on controller and having to lose one of my defensive movement options is not cool. I would love a toggle option here. Thanks, Florian." Florian responded to the user with this, "Would be nice indeed. We'll make a note for something to add at some point." Moving right along, we've got an update regarding rubber banding in Battlefield 2042. A user on Twitter tagged Drunksy with this, saying, "Hey guys, got anything planned for the rubber banding caused by explosions? It honestly makes Breakthrough impossible to play. Any form of explosion from a vehicle causes you to freeze in place." The lead game designer responded with, "Yes, we have it fixed on our side, but that didn't make the last update. Sadly, expect the next one to have this fixed." I think that's one of the reasons why I prefer the rush game mode at this point, because the vehicle spam with explosions and causing your player to kind of glitch out in place is not the most enjoyable experience. So I'm definitely looking forward to this update taking place. Shifting focus to our next bit of news is having to do with the tutorial. There is a current bug with Battlefield 2042 where it relaunches the tutorial on every start of the game, and this issue was also reported to Drunksy on Twitter. They stated this: "Having to redo the tutorial on every other launch of the game and then redo settings is annoying as hell. Is there any updates to a fix?" To which the lead game designer Drunksy responded, "We've been investigating this issue and this seems to happen after the game crashes. We're working on a fix for this." This is super unfortunate, especially with how much Battlefield actually crashes. Obviously, we know the game is not fully optimized and there is crashes that do occur. I would obviously love them to get to the root cause of the crashes, but if they fix the tutorial glitch, then that is a solid first step. Moving right along, I want to talk about some news regarding some cut features from BF 2042, and this is all coming from comicbook.com. They actually referenced something from Tom Henderson that I read recently. I actually didn't see it before, so I figured I would talk to you guys about it. The article stated that this week, industry insider and leaker Tom Henderson relayed word that weather events meant to add chaos to maps were once in development for the game, but were scrapped in summer of 2020 to shift focus purely on implementing tornadoes. In the statement, Tom Henderson said everything such as volcanoes, flooding, and other weather events were scrapped in summer of 2020 to focus on the tornadoes. He then stated that "I've heard they could return as events in DLC, but we will see." That is one thing that I saw that was pretty unfortunate about BF 2042, is the fact that there was only tornadoes. I was really hoping for other weather events, primarily because the game is taking place during extreme climate events. But either way, I am looking forward to them adding future stuff like volcanoes and flooding and other weather events in the future. I do think that adds some level of immersion in the game, and it's super awesome to see what the Frostbite engine can actually accomplish. Furthermore, I think it would be awesome to see more destruction events happening in BF 2042. Right now, the destruction events are pretty minimal, so I would love to see more stuff implemented in the game in the future. Moving on to our last topic, I want to talk about one feature and update that could change the game for BF 2042, and that is the addition of 64 player servers. If you've been playing the game, then you know the pure chaos that happens during Breakthrough and Conquest in specific zones. It's almost too much clutter. Like, there's so many people on the map. You would think with the increased player count it would actually improve squad play, but it actually does the exact opposite. There's been so many times where I'm like playing with my squad and hoping for a revive, or like I need a resupply and they just do not listen to me at all. But it's understandable because of how much crap is happening on the screen. After playing the 32 player rush mode in Battlefield Portal, I truly believe that 128 players is way too many players to have in one game. And that's why I think they should add a 64 player conquest and breakthrough servers, because that alone will feel much more like a Battlefield experience than what we're playing right now. Not to mention how much less strain is happening on the servers whenever there's only 64 players rather than 128. The gameplay just feels so much more responsive, not as hectic, and just a much more enjoyable experience. Now, DICE has talked about having 64 player servers in Conquest and Breakthrough. At this point, there's not definitive confirmation. I would love for it to happen in season 1, preferably the next update to the game. Now, you could argue that why don't you just go play Portal on a 64 player server? But the reality is without persistent servers in BF Portal, it's really hard to find that one experience that you can grind. Combine that with the fact that XP is heavily nerfed on Portal servers, it's pretty difficult to get a true Battlefield experience. The only way that I've been able to accomplish that is with the 32 player rush modes. I just hope Battlefield is listening and they understand that we want 64 player servers, because that feature alone could improve this game sevenfold. But guys, that's going to wrap it up with today's Battlefield 2042 news video. If you like this video, do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe to my channel with your notifications on. Thank you for 50K, by the way, and don't forget to check back tomorrow for another Battlefield 2042 news video.